All righty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the 10th episode of Doug's Dugout, the MLB World Series edition. And back in the co-hosting chair, we've got our MLB historian, past, present, and future, Mr. Doug Blunt. Doug, welcome back.
Glad to be back. Well, we got the World Series going on now.
That's right. And we're broadcasting tonight from Doug's favorite studio, Studio B. And as you can see, it is crystal clear blue, like a blue lagoon, without Brooke Shields, of course.
Without Brooke Shields. Yep. Without Blue Lagoon. That's good. That's good.
Do you remember that movie, Doug?
I do.
Yep.
Yep. Brooke Shield and the other guy was Luke something.
What was the
I forget.
What was the guy's name?
Yeah. I don't know. He had blonde curly hair.
Yeah.
Luke something.
And
Luke something.
and then they did a sequel later on, but that sucked royally.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to imagine that Brooke Shields is 61 years old.
Hard to believe it. I can remember when she did her first movie, The Pretty Baby. Do you remember that movie?
No.
Okay. She was like 10 or 12 years old, 13 years old. It'd be totally unacceptable now the way the world is. But Susan Sarandon was her mother, and her mother was a prostitute in New Orleans around the turn of the century, ragtime era. Okay, in Storyville. You've heard story about Storyville, Louisiana, right? Outside in New Orleans.
No.
Okay. Oh, Storyville. That's where all the great jazz piano players like Scott Joplin and Louis Armstrong, Jelly Roll. I forget Jelly Roll's last name, but anyway, they all got their started around Storyville, and Storyville was like Sodom and Gomorrah. It was like nothing but houses of ill repute and gambling casinos and saloons and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, the storyline was her mother was a prostitute, and Brooke Shield was like I said, like 10 or 12 years old. And there's the madam of the house of ill repute was taking raffles on Brooke Shield.
Yeah.
And the movie created quite the stir.
Back in those days.
This was back in the 70s.
Well, back in the 70s, there was a movie that was released. It was The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I don't know if you remember that movie with Dolly Parton.
Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton.
That's right. And it was
it was a Broadway play.
It was. And
Still
it
is.
was based, and it was based on this whorehouse that existed in LaGrange, Texas. And it turns out that a reporter back in the 70s and 80s, his name was Marv Zindler, and he actually went and exposed the fact that the place was a whorehouse. But the worst part about it, I think the county sheriff, was part of the whole deal, So, yeah.
One of the actors, I remember that. It was kind of like a musical,
Yeah.
And there's an actor named Charles Durning, okay? And at that time, he was middle-aged, and he played the middle-aged white fat guy, and he played the governor. And there's a little dance routine that he does. He says, when somebody asks him a question, do the little sidestep like politicians do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. He really did a good job on that. Charles Durning,
Yeah, it was pretty good, but I'm definitely glad my Blue Lagoon is blue again. It's still a little cloudy, but of course, summer's over. After tomorrow, summer will definitely be over. We're going to be in the 50s.
Yeah, after tomorrow, yeah. Even out here in the Colonial, the water is crystal clear out here in the Colonial.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of funny? they get crystal clear and clean as soon as summer's over, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
we were supposed to go out there and go swimming this afternoon, but we didn't quite make it. After we
Well, you
rode the
got one
bikes,
more
we were
day.
gone.
You
Got one more day.
That's right. So you may want to take advantage of that. You know.
Who would have thunk October, what, tomorrow's the 28th?
Right.
Okay. You can still go swimming in South Texas. Usually, according to my watch, on the calendar on my watch, I have a history of October 15th is usually the last day of swimming
Right.
before it gets too cold, right? Not this year. Last year was the same thing too. It was like the 19th. This year it's going to be the 28th.
But don't you go to the aquatic center after that?
I do sometimes. I haven't been there for I haven't been there for quite some time.
Is that a heated pool?
The water's about 80 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's cool, but you don't want it. You don't want it hot. You want it around 78 or 80.
Okay.
Okay. For one thing, it's a better workout, and it's just altogether a better workout. You don't want a hot pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they keep it around 80 degrees, maybe 82 degrees. When you first get in it, it's cold, but once you get warmed up, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Doug.
I know.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
We stayed one time in San Antonio at a hotel that had an indoor pool, and it was in the wintertime, and it had a spa in there, and they had a pool, and the pool was just as hot as the spa.
Oh gosh.
In February, and it was hot, and I actually got sick, because I got dehydrated because I went in the pool and I was in there for a few minutes, not long, about a half hour. I had to get out. It was so hot inside the pool. It was unbelievable.
Or my spa or jacuzzi, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't have a heating element, and they didn't recommend one because the guy said here in South Texas you don't need one, right? But I do kind of sometimes regret not adding the heating element. Like, what the heck is that? Did you see that?
No. Skinwalkers?
Something just crawled across the pool.
Must be skinwalkers. Yeah, that are wildings.
That or I just saw something. I have no idea, Doug. I guess I'll find out. I have to clean it.
By the way, I wanted to tell you that we have a new cause that we're supporting.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it's called Hot Tub Without Borders.
Okay.
That's our new, we're going to support that. Hot Tub Without Borders.
Okay.
Okay, that's our new cause. Okay, and we're raising funds for transgender alpacas that are emotional support animals.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I heard that today on Bill Maher's podcast today. I thought it was pretty funny. Him and Charlie Sheen. Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, because everybody's got a cause, right?
Right. Everybody's got a cause, right?
Everybody's got a cause.
I don't know if I really saw something, or maybe it was a bug going across the screen. You didn't see it in the background?
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
Something was like swimming across the pool, and it was dark and black. So I don't know.
It kind of looked like a Civil War soldier. It looked like a Confederate soldier that was translucent.
I don't know.
Okay? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think, from a refugee from Skinwalker Ranch.
All righty, Doug. So what's going on in the MLB?
Well, they're playing right now. They're back in L.A. They split.
They were tied, weren't they?
Yeah, they split in Toronto. Okay, and Friday night the Dodgers got beat bad, and then Saturday night, their newest Japanese pitcher, a guy named Yamamoto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not be confused with the admiral in World War II for Japan. Okay, but anyway, he pitched a heck of a game, and I think they beat him like 5-1 or 6-1 or something like that. So
Wow.
now there's no baseball on Sunday night because guess what? They're in competition with Sunday night baseball or Sunday night football, right?
Ah,
So okay. And so they want to get as much ratings as they can. So they flew back to L.A. and they're just getting started. I think they're in a couple innings right now.
okay. Who's ahead right now?
I don't know. No, I don't know
Yeah.
right now.
So
But
right now they're
yeah,
tied.
yeah, 1-1 in the series, best of 7. Dodgers or Toronto's got to win 3 more games. Dodgers have the Dodgers have a pitcher named what's it, Troy Gosselin, I think is how you pronounce it, and Toronto has a pitcher named Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer's a future Hall of Fame pitcher.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he's got one eye blue and one eye gray or something like that. Okay, but he's past his prime. But they get 4 or 5 innings out of him, they'll be happy.
Yeah. Now where are they playing
Yeah.
right now? Are they still playing in Toronto or back or in LA?
No, they flew across the country. They're playing Chavez Ravine. They're playing Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
so now it's pretty much home field advantage for the Dodgers, right?
yeah. They'll play 3 games in L.A.
Okay.
Okay, and that's going to be well if they have to win 3 games. Okay, so I kind of think they'll have to come back to say they'll have to come back to Toronto for 1 game, but I think the ballpark's in the Dodgers' favor.
So they've each won one, and what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying is each side has got to win at least three
More.
so that yeah, three more, so that in game number 5, they can vie for a
Yeah,
win
I think so.
or not.
Well, yeah, they're gonna play tonight, probably tomorrow and Wednesday in L.A. I'm not sure about that, but they'll play 3 games in the Dodgers. The Dodgers win all the games out there, well then they win the series. Well, they
So the
still have to come
Dodgers
back to
win the next 3 games plus win the 5th game, they win the
in
series.
Toronto. Yeah, yeah,
So they would beat
yeah.
Toronto in Toronto if the Dodgers won the next 3 games
Yeah.
and
So it's
win the 5th one.
yeah. So the Dodgers have to win 4 out of 7, and there's 4 out of 7. Whoever gets to 4 first wins the series.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
So
so it's 1, 2, 4. So they couldn't win in game 4? They would have to wait till game 5?
the Dodgers win tonight and tomorrow night and Wednesday night, then it's all over with.
Okay.
Okay.
And if
Now, if the
Toronto?
Dodgers lose one of those, if Toronto wins one of those games in Los Angeles, okay, then they have to go back to Toronto.
Okay. So what does
Okay,
your
and then
crystal
it'll
ball
probably.
tell you that's going to happen?
I still say it's going to be Los Angeles in 6 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that there's a
I,
possibility that Toronto will win some games away.
yeah. Toronto knows that the momentum has shifted against them, so they just want to salvage at least 1 game so they can get back to Toronto. If they can win 1 game out of 3, they'll be happy. You see,
Ah, I see.
and then they'll go
They
back to Toronto. Yeah,
so they just need to win one game to force LA back to Toronto.
correct. Just
Okay.
1 game. So, but they just announced. I just was on YouTube a while ago, and they announced the starting lineups. That Dodgers, I mean, that Dodgers lineup is it's an all-star lineup. I mean, you just go down from the top. Otani. You know, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, Will Smith, um, um, Paez, their center fielder, Kiki Hernandez, and then their pitching's good too. So
Right.
so tonight they've got, like I said, Troy Gossman going for them. So
Yeah.
and the Toronto, I mean, they got a decent team. They got George Springer, ex Houston Astro, right?
Right.
And then they got Vlad Guerrero, which is, I don't know if you know this or not, but Vlad Guerrero, his dad was named Pedro.
Okay.
Okay, have you ever heard of Pedro Guerrero?
No.
He was a long time Los Angeles Dodger. He played third base back in the '80s. Okay, and so there's a lot of Dodger blue in Guerrero, and then Vlad, his son signed with Toronto, and he just got a big contract. He's having a career year, so. And they got a couple other players, but for the most part, the Dodgers really have I think they had the lineup. I may be wrong. I mean, they could slump.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
right now, it appears that they're in the fourth inning.
Video got too big. Danny, the
It
video
did?
got big again. Yeah.
Well, that's because of that screen. Hold on. Let me move you back.
Okay.
We don't need to
Okay,
see
there
the
you go.
chart anymore. But right
Yeah.
now, they're in the fourth inning, and Toronto's ahead 3-2.
32. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now, yeah, that's what it looks like. So they could get their
Okay.
win,
They could.
right? But
They
then it's too
could.
early.
A
I
lot
mean,
of
I think,
baseball left. Plus, the Dodgers have home field advantage, so they get to bat last.
yeah,
You know, Dodgers. I mean, you know, a lot of people think I'm preaching Dodger blue, but I'm not. I mean, it's just they just have they went out and they spent $1 billion for a payroll, and that's what they got. They got all-star players.
right, right.
You know,
So you
and
would be
Toronto
surprised. Yeah,
wasn't cheap either, though.
yeah,
Toronto wasn't cheap either, though. I mean, they got some big money players on that team. Bo Bichette, which I always thought sounds like a Star Wars character, Bo Bichette, right? Yeah, yeah. And then George Springer. I mean, they gave him more money to leave at the Astros to come to Toronto, right?
right,
And then Vlad. So Vlad could have gone anywhere as a free agent, but he stayed in Toronto.
right.
So so they must have offered a carrot. You know, Plus it's not cheap playing in Canada either. You got all those taxes and stuff you got to pay.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Lots of taxes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Socialized medicine.
California. Yeah, California's got a lot of tax. Most tax country in the state in the union, and that's a high standard of living. But Toronto's is high because of all the taxes.
Right. Yeah, they're a
So
socialist country.
right, I
Yeah.
think the fine people in New York City is going to find that out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
All right. So right now, it looks like the Blue Jays are ahead in the fourth inning. We'll see how they do the rest of the night. But obviously, as you said, if they win at least one game, and it may be tonight or tomorrow or the next day, that will mean that they will force LA back to Toronto. And by that time,
right.
it may be cold Is
Well,
their ballpark indoors or
yeah, it's
outdoors?
indoors. Toronto's indoors. They got been,
Oh,
they got a nice park, a really
okay.
nice park.
Yeah.
They got a hotel inside it and everything. You can book a room and the big, big windows look out over the ball field. Oh yeah,
Right.
it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice ballpark. Yeah, and
Ah,
but I think the Dod. Like I said, I think the Dodgers are. It's just a matter of time. It may go seven, but I think it's gonna. It won't go any more than 6 games. I don't think.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Ah,
other baseball news. The San Diego manager, he retired. He's
you
like
there?
55 years old.
Hold on, then.
Yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Keep on talking. I lost you, but it's just me.
Yeah, and other baseball news. Okay, the San Diego manager, guy named Shelt, that used to be a manager for the Cardinals, which I really like. He left the San Diego Padres. He retired, and that started quite a stir in San Diego and across the baseball world because I guess his managerial style is not. Well, put it this way: they were going to have a HR meeting with him on the postseason, to give him a talking to. So he quit and retired, and I think they hired a new manager. San Francisco hired a new manager. I think both of them are college coaches that made it
Okay.
to the big leagues. That's kind of interesting to note. Usually, MLB, they usually bring the managers up through the farm system they have, or either that or hire a retired player or something like that. These guys are just retired. These guys are college coaches, and they made them managers. So that
Oh
kind of
wow.
tells you right there. Yeah. Story is Albert Pujols turned down the California Angels job, Los
Oh,
Angeles
that's
Angels
right.
job.
You had mentioned that last week.
Yeah, they couldn't make a deal. He wanted to do something, and I guess he turned it down. And I think he's still looking. Um, Baltimore, I think Baltimore's still looking for a manager and a couple other teams.
Yeah.
There'll be some managers announced after the All Star game. They go into winter meetings. The general managers have winter meetings, like I think it's right after Thanksgiving. They go to some swanky hotel somewhere like Vegas or Hawaii or somewhere, and they have these winter meetings, and that's where all the general managers get together and they work out a deal between them.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be rules committee, I think, but it's a deal that they all get them together and for like 3 days or 4 days, and that's where all the deals are made. But see,
Ah,
this is a um, what do they call that? MLB contract year.
okay.
Okay, so they've got to negotiate um, a bargaining agreement with the Players Association.
Ah,
Okay,
is that
so
like the
there's a
union?
yeah. So that there's going to be a problem. There may be a possible lockup or not lockup, but
Strike?
you know, strike or lockup. So the players will show up, but the teams won't let them play in minor
Mm,
league. I mean, in spring training. See, the lockout. That's the word. The lockout. They'll have a lockout, and who knows how long that's going to be.
what's the longest in the past?
Oh man, I tell you, I think there was about well, the worst one was like in '93, I think it was. That's when they canceled the World Series because the lockout ended in it started in August or something,
Yeah.
and they locked the players out, and they finally came back, but it was too late, and they just canceled the World Series. I
Wow.
think that was at '93, '92. That left a lot of bad taste for a lot of fans. A lot of Major League Baseball suffered a lot. They're not going to do that again.
Right.
Um, it could go on, it could go on for quite some time.
Wow.
It could go go through April, maybe May.
Wow.
If the players union and the owners don't get together.
We could still be in a government shutdown by then.
It's kind of looking that way, isn't it?
Yeah. It's looking
Davis
that
got to
way.
go to. Davis got airline tickets to go to Minneapolis. I think it's the first week in December,
Uh-huh.
and she may not be able to go because the air traffic controllers may be. They may, Southwest lost. Was it 8,000 flights yesterday?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 8,000 flights, and Delta lost a bunch of flights, American, and all that, and it's not good.
Oh,
And especially when private citizens got to pay our military their salary.
right.
You heard about that, right?
No.
Yeah, there's a guy named Mellon. You've heard of, uh, one of the robber barons at the turn of the century. The guy was Andrew Mellon. Okay,
Right.
and yeah, his grandson is like worth billions, right?
Is
And
he was he part of Mellon Capital, Mellon Bank?
oh yeah, oh yeah, he's worth
Yeah.
billions. And he donated 130 million to the government to pay our military salaries the first of the month.
Oh, wow.
So that runs out mid-November, I
Yeah.
think, or end of November or something like that. So that's pretty sad when I mean, the guy's got plenty of money. Okay, what's 130 million dollars to him? But the fact of the matter is, a private citizen, is paying the salaries for the military.
Well, maybe
And of
we
course,
should
those
go
the left's
ask.
gone crazy. Go
Maybe we
ahead.
should ask Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and Elon to donate some money.
Yeah. Or Ellison, the guy that bought
Larry
CBS, and
Ellison.
Larry
That's
Ellison.
right.
There's another one for you. Yeah.
Yeah, Larry Ellison, the richest man in the world now, but it's not Elon. It's Larry
Oh,
Ellison.
oh, Larry Ellison?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he bumped Elon to second place.
Not bad for an orphan, huh?
No, well,
Yeah.
he's the head of Oracle.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. So
Oracle's been around for a long time.
they've made Oracle's made a lot of money.
That's right.
A lot
Big
of
time.
money. And big time. And, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do as government. I mean, really, I get paid no matter what. This is Social Security,
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different fund because I'm basically, I paid into it.
Right.
Okay, so I'm taking my money. I want my money now. I'm taking my money and I want it now. All right,
Right.
Yeah, but the JT Wentworth, it's my money and I want it now. And JT Wentworth. Okay, and but the other government employees, Democrats are Republicans. They're not getting paid.
No. No,
Yeah.
they're not. No, they're not.
So, so they got bills to pay too. And, I don't think their creditors are going to help them out any. I did see a thing on some credit card statement or something that you can call your creditors up and they'll make a deal with you if you're a federal employee or something.
Ah. Well, for some people that may be necessary.
Well, our national parks are all closed up. The skinwalkers and the wildlings are just going to run wild because there's no foreign strangers out there to keep them under control. And then, the air traffic controllers, the military. I mean, really, the federal government really doesn't. I mean, I still got Medicare and I still got Social
Yeah.
Security, but the fact of the matter is, it's the other people of the world. Especially the people on SNAP and stuff like that.
I think I
They
lost
created
you,
the
Doug.
system.
I lost your audio.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. It may be my Bluetooth. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me disconnect and reconnect. I don't know if my AirPods need recharging
okay.
or something. I should have charged them before. Let me disconnect. Let me reconnect. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I think my AirPods are already on their last throws. I can charge them. So.
Okay, we can end it. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah. So.
All right, Doug.
Anyway.
Well, let's see what happens tonight, and let's see if the Blue Jays continue winning and force the Dodgers to Toronto, or maybe the Dodgers will win tonight. We'll see what happens.
Okie dokie.
All righty, Doug.
Okay.
We'll have a follow-up here in a few days.
Okay. Good night,
All righty,
everybody.
everybody. Good night,
So long
everybody.
till next time. So long till next time.
Next time. Bye-bye.
Okay.